Hello. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Ellenderry. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. We are a nonprofit organization solely dedicated to helping you and everyone with Parkinson's around the world regain and retain your speech and your swallowing. That's our mission, to help people with Parkinson's and related neurological disorders regain and retain their speech and swallowing. Today's topic, travel. Everybody say travel with intent. Ready? Travel. Again. Travel. Will you be traveling this November? We don't always think about traveling in November except maybe Thanksgiving Day, but I'm curious if there's anybody out there who is traveling in November. Let's go ahead and take a sip of water with intent. We're going to start with the first speak out exercise. Make sure to lift your voice and project it up and over your computer or your television. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. I want you to be deliberate. Really think about every syllable. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Let's do it again. Really lift your voice. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Are you using your very best voice? Do you know what your best voice is? One way that can help you, you can leave yourself a voicemail with what you think your best voice is. Listen to it, and then you decide if it's perfect or it could be even better, and you keep working on it. Let's do one more warm-up. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Very nice. Take a sip of water with intent. We will be hosting a lecture online on December 3rd at 10:30 a.m. Sandy will post the link. It is a Zoom webinar, and the topic is Living with Intent, dispelling the biggest myth related to Parkinson's and taking back control. I hope you will all attend. Let's move on to speak out exercise number 2. Project out a steady ah, and then slowly glide up. Ready? Oh, I'm sorry. See, I did that automatically. I need to use intent. Let's do just a regular ah. Here we go. Ah. Make it fly forward. Do it again. Use your very best voice. That's a voice that's strong and clear. Ready? Good. Let's do another ah. When the voice sounds clear, then you know that the breathing muscles with the vocal folds, they're in sync. They're working the way that they should. If the voice doesn't sound clear, then something's not quite right. And I want you to talk to your speech language pathologist, your speak out provider, if you're really struggling to get that clear voice. Let's do one more ah. Good. We're done with the ahs. Grab your cup, your glass, take a sip of water with intent. Let's move on to the glides. Now we're going to do the glides. Steady ah and then glide up. Here we go. Ah. Ah. Good. Notice that I'm not going real high. You don't need to go into falsetto and you don't want to go down too low. Think about how much does your pitch need to change when you're talking in conversation. Many people with Parkinson's can end up with a monotone voice. We don't want that. We want you to be able to vary your pitch, but when we talk, we don't go from here to here. You know, we don't change that much. So you need to change your pitch, but it doesn't need to be a really wide range, okay? Do the best you can. Ready? Good. Okay. Again. As you're gliding down, make sure the sound is still in front of you and it doesn't start going back here. It's not good for you. Let's start high and go down. One more time. Let's use our best voice. Start high. Good. Take your sip of water. Grab your cup with intent and swallow with intent. For the ahs and the glides, our mouth was open, so we were really working the breathing muscles. We were coordinating the breathing muscles with the vocal folds. Now we're going to add on the articulators. So we add words, and counting is easier than the reading, which is easier than conversation. So the Speak Out program works in a hierarchy. It keeps getting more challenging. So we're going to start with counting. Lift every number, project it forward, stop at the end of each row. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good. Now, it's amazing how much more challenging it is to count to 16 than it is to count to 12, and that's because it requires more breath support. If you find that you're trailing off, we could go a little bit faster, but this time I want you to really think about reaching for the last number. So when we get to 4, really exaggerate it, okay? Exaggerate the last number of each line. See if that'll help you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Very good. Let's try that again. We will go a little bit faster so it won't be so challenging, but reach out for the last number of each line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good. Take a sip of water. If you tend to trail off at the end of your sentences when you're working out of your Speak Out workbook, and hopefully all of you are working one-on-one with a Speak Out provider, and you are working either from a physical copy of the workbook or from the digital, from the e-library. Focus on the last word of all your sentences and phrases. So reach out when you do that. That's one way to work on if you are trailing off. Let's move on to the reading. Our topic is travel. Travel. Read each sentence with intent. Will you be traveling this November? Really reach out for November. Again. Will you be traveling this November? Next. Early November is a quieter time to travel. Again. Early November is a quieter time to travel. Next. Places with mild climates include Dominican Republic, Bangkok, Thailand, Singapore, Palm Springs. Now, if you're new to these sessions, when you see the highlighted words, you're going to stretch them out. In other words, you're thinking about them more, you're using more intent, so they should sound different from the rest of the words. Let's go ahead and read this again. Places with mild climates include Dominican Republic, Bangkok, Thailand, Singapore, Palm Springs. Very nice. Take a sip of water with intent. All right, before we move on to the conversation exercise, I need to mention our holiday challenge. Thank you to everybody who has already made your holiday challenge donation. Parkinson Voice Project has until December 31st to raise $1.5 million. Once we reach $1.5 million, a family that has been in our program for many years is going to contribute an additional $500,000. So our goal is to raise $2 million this holiday season. So many of you have already made donations. Let me tell you, if everyone who is practicing with us online will go to our donate page and make a donation, we will reach our goal. I also want to ask that if you have a family foundation, would there be an opportunity for Parkinson Voice Project to apply for a grant? Please send an email to intent@parkinsonvoiceproject.org if that's an opportunity. And another way to help is if you are active on Facebook, How about hosting a Facebook fundraiser? I love those because you're not only raising money, but you are educating other people about Parkinson Voice Project. And I bet there are some of your friends on Facebook that know somebody else with Parkinson's or have a coworker with Parkinson's. So think about that. Think about all the different ways you can help us reach our goal. Let's move on to conversation. Conversation is about thinking about what you want to say and then speaking out. So, name three of your favorite places to travel. Go ahead, with intent. 3 of your favorite places to travel. I have to say I really enjoyed it when my husband and I went to Canada and went to Niagara Falls. That was amazing. All right, name 3 things to pack in a carry-on bag. Use your best voice as you name them. Did we come up with the same ones? Did you name the same ones that Lisa thought of? Let's read these together. Medication, phone charger, toothbrush, toothpaste. Don't trail off. Let's read them again. Medication, phone charger, toothbrush, toothpaste. All right, let's read Dr. Boone's words. With intent, exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. Here we go. Gula gang ga ga. Again. Gula gang ga ga. And the next one. Ku ka man gu ka. Ku ka man gu ka. Come on, ready? Gangla. Speak out. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. Take a sip of water. We'll move on to the bonus reading. Bonus reading is much more challenging than just reading one sentence at a time. Can you say every word with intent, one sentence after another after another? Let's read this together. November may not be top of mind when it comes to planning vacations, but the late fall month is one of the best times of the year to travel. For nearly all of the continental U.S., the weather is beautiful. Our most southern states have finally freed themselves of the worst of the hot weather. Let's start with for nearly. Okay, use your best voice. For nearly all of the continental U.S., the weather is beautiful. Our most southern states have finally freed themselves of the worst of the hot weather. That is certainly the case in Texas. It's been very nice in Texas now. Thank you so much for joining me as you're learning how to speak and swallow with intent. I hope you're starting to apply intent to everything that you're doing. My hope is that you will learn how to live with intent. Have a great day.